merry readers, come cozy in. Let the story time begin with Robin and the Merries.
Hi Merry Readers! So this is my third video for today, October 8th, and it is for chapter 23. I have already done a video for chapters 21 and 22, which also come out today in the Discovery of Witches Real-Time Reread series, so please feel free to go back and watch those if you haven't already. These are very brief, concise videos so that I can make all three in one day and you won't have as much to watch, so please feel free to go back and watch those. And if you haven't already watched the rest of my videos, I will now have chapters 1 through 23 live, so please feel free to watch those as well. This will be a spoiler-filled video, so please, if you have not read A Discovery of Witches, feel free to save these for later and enjoy the book. Diana's grief after Matthew's departure turns into something far greater. Sitting on the watchtower roof, she cries, but her tears become globes of water, her hair turns into streams, and her breath spills the sea. Witchwater bursts free, unstoppable and alive. Mart and Isabeau rush to help, but it's Isabeau's haunting song that finally pulls Diana back from dissolving entirely. Exhausted and freezing, Diana is carried to Matthew's room, where Isabeau and Mart warm her in a bath, wrap her in towels, and force her to eat and drink. Just as her strength returns, Matthew calls. He's safe but distant, claiming to check the lab security. Diana warns him not to negotiate with Knox, but it's clear he's already decided to protect her his way. That night, Isabeau begins to share the story of Matthew's first life, a carpenter's son who became a mason, a husband and a father. When fever took both his wife and son, Matthew was broken, until a fall from the church scaffolding left him dying. Isabeau offered him immortality. He drank her blood, thinking it was last rites. What rose from the ashes was rage and hunger, and eventually the disciplined predator Diana knows. This conversation deepens. Isabeau suggests Diana could escape the covenant by becoming a vampire, but Mart insists that Matthew made her promise Diana would remain a witch. The true dangers emerge. Creatures are breaking rules. Someone broke into the Oxford lab. If it was a vampire, it's an insult. If it was a witch, it's war. So the setting for this chapter, it's the watchtower roof, Matthew's tower suite, Isabeau's chambers. The characters for this chapter, it's Diana, Isabeau, Mart, and Matthew in both flashbacks and also on the phone. Historical and academic Easter eggs, we have early medieval France, we have Mason imagery, and then we have the fever years of 536. Magic watch, we have Witchwater, visions, song and spell, Isabeau's lullaby, literally stopping the storm, and inherited magic, Diana's mother's power now alive in her body. The mood and tone, it's raw, mythical, and maternal. This chapter blends elemental fury with ancient grief. It's where myth meets motherhood and the line between witch and vampire blurs. Symbols and details for this chapter, we have water, grief, rebirth, purification, and surrender. Stone and craft, the human Matthew, builder before immortal destroyer. The builder before he became an immortal destroyer. Firelight and song, old magics that heal what power alone cannot. Bath, food, and warmth, the rebirth of body after spiritual drowning. Romance watch for this chapter. Matthew is gone, but he haunts every page. His mother's story reshapes Diana's understanding of him. Love here is both wound and anchor. Isabeau's question, would you become one of us, turns love into an ultimatum. Overall vibe and chapter strength. Chapter 23 is a turning point of elemental awakening and ancestral revelation. It's part resurrection, part myth, part maternal confession. Foreshadowing, we have Diana's Witchwater confirms her boundless elemental potential. Air, fire, and earth are coming. Isabeau's story foreshadows Matthew's eternal guilt and protectiveness, and I will say that Diana's already displayed witch air, so that means that she has already shown that she does have control over air too, but we haven't seen it in such a raw way. The lab break-ins escalate the political war between species. The become a vampire conversation will echo later, especially in their time walk. So my discussion question for today is, if you were Diana, offered him immortality to stay with Matthew, but risk losing your magic forever, would you take it? I would love to hear your thoughts, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for 2 more chapters. Bye!
So merry readers, close your eyes. Let the stories lift and rise. Till next time, when lights will gleam